Hello puppets. So I've done a little bit of the purple that we're doing at the very end there, and I've gone with the pinky purple a bit over here. All I wanted to do on this part 3 is we'll do a rainbow feather and a couple of the leaves, and then I'll go ahead and finish those off, and then the last part will just be doing the birds, which I think we'll probably do, I don't know, maybe not nice light pastels just for some contrast. So the feather, so with the rainbow ones, which we've used the rainbow colours before, I'm starting with the it's called, they call it purple, well I think it's deep red, number 19 in the Stabilo 0.88. And with this one, I'm just going to actually start right at the end. We'll do the two little feathers here sticking out, go with a really dark one. And you want some of this darker colour to contrast with the lighter bright background, so that this works well, doing these little feathers here. Take that out there, and then we'll just start right at the bottom. So if you remember, when you're doing the rainbow ones, you can do it with like just 3 or 4, or you can do not 3 or 4, you need probably a minimum of 5, sorry, or you can do it with more colour variations to extend it out a bit. So I've put them at the side already. Let me just show you. So I've got the dark red, I've pulled out the red, the orange, that yellow, and yellow, then I'm going to go the green into the turquoise, and then the blues, just like that, just that plain. If I end up with a little more room at the end, I can always put in a bit of a darker blue and maybe a purple, pinky purple. But so I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 1, 9. So when I'm looking at the leaf, I'm going to go, okay, roughly kind of split it up into about 9-ish, just so you know how much you're going to colour up. So this one, because I've done that, there's little feathers there, I will take this up a little bit, but I'll actually transition to the normal red pretty quick on this one. I'm just going to go over the line. So now go to the normal red, which is number 2. Little circles just going over the edge to blend that a bit so it smooths in a bit better. And then we're going to take the red out. And on this one, there's no definite line at the end there. I'm actually going to take it out and make there a definite line. And then do the same all the way up on this one. Okay, now I'm just going to go up a little bit on the red before I do the orange. Now I'll go for my orange, which is number 4. Just little circles over the edge there. And you see how when you go over with the orange, that makes that red, obviously the orange blends it in and makes it a little bit of a reddier orange than just the red by itself, slightly different colour. Do each section. As you get with fineliners, you get that kind of like little lines. It's not you can't get it perfectly smooth as you can with a pencil. So work that to your advantage and kind of go the way the feather lines would be, if you know what I mean. Oops, went over the edge there, that's okay. Yeah, so I'm sort of colouring in the way that the feather line would be anyway. I don't know what you would call, you know, You know what I mean, you know what I'm trying to get at. I hope you do anyway. If not, you're thinking what the hell are you on about, Beck? Anyway. Okay, now I want to go up a bit yellow, so let's do a little bit of orange. Just here. And I'm actually going to transition. This isn't, I'm doing a bit more colour than I thought I would. So rather than do 2 yellows, I'm just going to do the 1 yellow. Going for the 110. Circles, blend that in. On this yellow, I think I'll just block colour this part. I'll do the same and go to here on this one. Okay, now we're going to go with the green, which is number 51. And I'm not going to do a bit of yellow first because the yellow isn't darker than the green, so that wouldn't look right. I'm literally just going to do the green. But I will do the green, kind of fade into that next one because this isn't, there's not too much green otherwise. Take that one to there. Okay, now we're going to go with the turquoise colour, number 54, Tri Plus. Now I did a few dots of the green because I'm trying to, I know that this won't be a smooth blend. I'm just trying to blend that a little bit. There we go. Turquoise. Now we can go with the lighter blue, 301. You'll notice with this one I've gone very much just plain block colour, and I think that's because the background is so bright, you need something a bit quite bold. I didn't want to do it too lightly, so I thought just do the block colour rather than sort of 2 colours in each. We used like the rainbow spread, and that's yeah, it was, you know, it'll stand out better. You need that solidity against all the colours that are going on around it. Now I have got some room there, so I'll now go for a slightly darker blue, which is the 30. Just take that to the ends, and what I will do is on this end, I think we'll just use the purple at the end, nice purple for that blue to go into. And then the middle part of the feather then can be that pinky purple. And then we've used all the colours that I could use for the rainbow. Okay, so that That's the nice blue there. And I'm going to do some dots because I know the purple I'm going to use isn't going to be a smooth blend with this blue. I'll do a few dots. Because that blue's so dark, I'm going to go for the darker purple. So it's the one that we used on here. So it's number 59. I'll start with the outside edge. Now I'm going over pencil there, so remember if you're going over pencil, actually clean the nib. That bit needs going over on there. And then I'll just dot touch on and blend that in a bit. So when you've got two really dark colours like that, getting the blend via dotting, so you can still cover all the white paper with dotting, takes a bit longer obviously. But if I just coloured over with the purple on top of the blue, yeah, it would join up into a really dark colour. You can see that bit there, but only where I put the pen. So if I dot, rather than sort of doing lines like that, I can control a bit more about where I stop and start the dots. So I can, you know, sort of control the blending a bit more and stop when I know it's working or not working. Or you can always add more, you can't always take it off. Well, you definitely can't take it off. There we go. So it's a bit lighter there, so I'll do a bit more there. That's not too bad. Blue to the purple. And the last one is just use number 61, just for the central piece. This is a nice dark pink. I've used it a lot. The pinks and purples end up being used a lot in the these little feathers and the vines. But that means on this one we've used all the kind of colours in the rainbow. I'm just going to move around here. It's easier. Again, I'm going to keep it smooth. I will be attacking this part with a silver pen in the middle at least. I'm going to do that at the very end. There we go. Run it all the way up. So there's all the colours for the rainbow feather. That's one. So now I'm going to just do these two leaves. Then I'll go ahead and do all the other leaves and the feathers. It'll be the same techniques. And then we can come back and then look at doing the birds. A nice lighter colour. Right, so when I look at this now, deciding on the colour of the leaves, we've got a lot of the purple in the fine liner. We've got the rainbows here. I think I'm going to do these like a blue colour. And you've got this big piece of blue here, which is really nice. But there's a lot of pinks, orange, yellows, greens around there. And you've got a little bit of blue there. So I think blue will just sit well on these two. So I get 3 variations of blue. So I've got the dark one, which is number 41. I've got this one, which is number 30, and this one, which is number 301. And if I want a really light bit, I can always use my Tombow, but we'll see how we go with these darker ones. Now, these darker ones, I'm just going to use just at the very tips. And then outline. few dots, so I know the blending will be a bit harder being so dark. Then I'm going to go for the 30, so they're like the medium. Little circles, and you go with the dots around the edge. So what I'm trying to do here is just kind of get a highlight on the leaf in the 3 colours, give it a bit of depth. And I'm going to go with the 301 just for the middle. Just circular motions around the edge. Blend it in a bit more. And in the middle blue that we just had, the 30, just get that in just a few dots, not too many, just a few. There we go. Right then, do the same again. And this one now without the purple going around. Mid blue. Just do some dots because I knew, and when we did the other one I definitely needed dots, so if I do it before I'll put the light colour over, it's actually a bit better, doesn't bleed as much. And go over the light one really lightly. Around the edge just a little bit, 2 layers makes that a little bit darker. There we go, lovely bright blue. So I'm going to do the same with these leaves here, because this is all, if you follow the vine, this is all the same. Obviously I'm not going to use blues on these. Maybe I could use oranges or something, I'm not sure yet. I'd definitely use blues on these top bits here, and these little ones here. Maybe a turquoise on these ones. Yeah, so I'll go through and do those, and then I will come back. I'll see you. Hey guys, so while I had the video off, I've coloured in the little rainbow feather there, very much the same as that one, but put some dots on. And I've also coloured in the leaves in various blues and greens, using the same technique, just like I went through with this one and this one. The same kind of colours. You can pause, zoom in and have a look, but it'll be very similar to techniques we've shown here. I just want to go through now and do the silver dots, just to show you where like my thought process while I'm doing them. And basically it's like dot where I can, and then we'll do the birds at last. So definitely where there's let's start down here, where there's just plain colour, like on this part of the feather, I would definitely do a line of dots. I like the silver pen because it really shows up more like white, really, I suppose, when the light captures it. So I do tend to use this one a lot. On this feather as well, I'm just going to do some dots on the stripes. So I tend to just make it up just like with everything else where I dot. But a lot of the time I'll dot where there's natural line, like, you know, I can dot in between lines, if that makes sense. And this feather has these lines here, so I'm just going to dot. Now with the gel pen, I've got the Uniball, the Signo Uniball one. I really like it, and it's very smooth, so you can just keep going. I'm just going to do the dots now on the purple lines. So where there's anywhere where you got this block purple line. Okay, so I'll do this one up here. It's a slightly smaller line, so I'll do slightly closer dots. Around this leaf has got one. What the dots do, as well as pick up the light, obviously, it just dulls down the colour slightly, or dulls down, yeah, breaks it up maybe is a better way of saying it. Now when it gets really small, you can just very lightly tap and still get tiny, tiny dots, like in that one. And we'll go down this one as well. Smaller dots or closer dots together because it's a smaller vine. Now this one is really tiny. So lots of dots there. Goes through. With the gel pen, because you're doing the dots, you do get a bit of build up, so try not to rub your arm kind of over it when you've just done it, because they will smudge. So that's one thing to be aware of. Then the other thing I'll look at, like this leaf here is quite dark, so I think I will do some dots up the middle of that leaf to break it up. So anywhere that's too block colour or too dark, I'll do a few dots and just go along the lines that I had there. Just to break that up. This leaf up here is quite dark as well, so I'm going to do the middle part for that one as well. And the same with this, do a little dot there on the end. Sorry, I can hold the paper down there. These twirls here, a little dark, so do a couple of those. You haven't got to do all of them. So because you do it for one, you haven't got to do it for all. So the ones on the orange sort of show up anyway, so you probably don't need them on those. These dots around here, give those little highlights, tiny little bit of silver in the middle. I actually quite like the smoothness of that part there, so I think I'll just leave that. I won't touch that. Those green leaves are okay. So you don't want to dot absolutely everything, but yeah, you dot quite a lot. So I'm going to go over to this area here now. The pink and the purple lines, I'll definitely dot on there. So, and start at the top here. A little line, so small dots. There we go, and on this pink one here, pick it up here where you can see the actual pink. Edge here. Goes to, oh, I'll do a couple, it goes really thin there, which is quite hard to do dots on. This leaf, I actually started colouring that in orange. I made a mistake. I've gone over in blue. You can see it's kind of turned black, which looks a bit ugly, so I'm definitely going to do some dots there to bring that through to that leaf. And then I can do a couple of more dots on the bottom to try and break up that black, so I don't like that dark, it's too dark. Some plain pink here, so let's go around that. Also around this one. I can maybe just do a tiny, tiny, tiny highlight dot on those pinks. There we go. That leaves okay. I won't touch any of that. Let's do the purple. Big purple one needs some. I'm going to go to the edge of this rather than the middle to pick up the darker purple. So the light dots go against darker purple. Oops. There we go for that one. We've got this purple one here. Do the end bits there of those. The greens are okay, I'm happy with those. Well, I won't embellish those at all. These leaves, say, oh, Mr. Purple one, it's a purple vine. And I think the bits of these leaves, just that end bit, there's a strange shape that was drawn on them. Just a little pop on there. I think that might be about it for the vines and the leaves. There's definitely a lot of dotting going on. I'm just going to place this on here now. So with the umbrella, I think I'm going to do, see, we've got this thick black line. Let's get rid of the black line. Let's go over that line there. You can, that's really good way. You can see it shows up on the darker colours better than the other ones. And you've got the thick black line there, so I'm going to just run on the thick black line as well. 2 rows won't matter. And do the same here. I've got 2 rows here. So we'll go over the coloured row, and then we'll go over where there's a black line. Bit dot there, dot there. Okay, that's better already. Okay, we'll leave it there. Can always come back. Now we get to do the birdies. Now we've got a lot of colour going on in this picture. So if I'd look at the picture now and go, okay, you know, I've got the pinks, I've got the oranges, I've gone with the blues and the greens, more for the leaves, purple for the vines, and 2 rainbow feathers. So let's really go with maybe some pastels for the birds, maybe even a little bit of browns and like kind of colours, not quite so bright, but we can still keep them light, if you know what I mean. So you've got like the one little singing here, maybe that's the mom, and that's the dad, or dad and mom and the 3 little babies. So let's start with, should we do the, I just got this feeling that one should be yellow. It looks more like a little chick, doesn't it? So let's just go with a yellow, but let's stick with lighter colours. I might actually use this vanilla one, which was one of the new ones, number 13 vanilla. I haven't got round to sticking the end on yet, but it's number 13. And a nice yellow, so number 1, which is just the plain yellow, and then number 110, which is the lighter yellow. Those 3 there. Now because I haven't used that one before, that vanilla in a combo, I am just going to quickly, and this is what I would do. So that's the yellow, number 1. That's 110, which is a little bit lighter. There's not much differentiation there. So instead of the yellow, I'm going to use 110. That's better. So that one, and then this vanilla, how does that go? Okay. So, see, I'm glad I've used it on here. So this vanilla is actually a little bit brown. So that vanilla and the yellow, does that actually blends quite well. Okay, so I'm going to use that vanilla with the yellow, so number 1 and the vanilla, and then I will use that one, the darker yellow and the light yellow, so 110 and 10. That's how I check to make sure it's okay. So with the darker brown, oh, it's got pink on it. Oh well. So this is the vanilla, number 13, number 13. Just going to do a shadow under his little chin there. And dot it out a bit. And I'm also going to do little shadow around his cheekies. Let's give him slightly darker hair. Alright, so go with the number 1 yellow. I think this bottom bit can just be block yellow. Just over there a bit. Alright, now I'm going to go in with 110. Go around the edge. So this is the darkest, I think it's actually light orange, I think the name of it is. And because Rita in her drawing has already got the dots there, let's follow the dots. Give a little orange or dark yellow beak. Now let's go with number 1, which is the stronger yellow. And then for the middle, we'll go the light yellow, even though there's not much variation, number 10. I'm going to go around the edge and then I'm going to do some dots right in the middle. Start dotting, so I do want that to be a bit lighter. And we'll leave a bit of white, because it's okay to leave a bit of white. There we got a little yellow one. Now the cheeks have they've just got to be pink, haven't they? Go with the neon pink, number 221. There we go, cutie. Right, so that's yellow. Now, this one here, I think a blue. There's no blues around this one at all, but a nice, remember we're going quite pales. So I'm going to use a very 301, which is my light, kind of a light blue in Tri Plus. And then we'll go, oh, where's my baby? I'm going to go Tombow, which is the blue we used on there. Actually, I'm saying all that, maybe this one should be blue, because there's no blue around there. Yeah, scrap that. This one's going to be blue. And I can throw in a slightly darker blue, so I've got more variation on his little wing. And maybe even that blue, some dark lines on there. So we're going to, so this one could be Daddy Bird, can be blue. It is going to be mostly pale, but because this one's got some lines and stuff, just show a bit of, use a little bit of the darker blues for variation. And go 301. Okay, my dog outside the door, hold on. And now the lighter one, which is 301. Sorry, that last one I was using there was 30. This is 301. Big band there. I'm just going to pull in sky blue. the very, very light blue, number 8811. So that's going to, there we go, just to touch that up. Okay, so what have we got here on the wing? Let's just colour behind these in this darker mid blue, number 30. And this wing where we're going to get a bit of shadow under here. Again, number 30. And little tufts on his chest. Then we're in a darker blue, not too dark obviously. And there we go to 301, a slightly lighter one. And I'm just going to go around where I did that middle one there. 8, 1, 3, wing. And just where you think there's going to be, you know, a little bit of a shadow, just do a few dots. Because all we're going to do with this one is go over with the tombow. So it's quite plain really, and then just a few dots coming down from that shadow part there. And then this part here. Leave that like that. Okay, let's do the wing. Let's do this one because I know I want that light one. And the wing, and then you want to go over it once really. Okay, and now the main body. Actually, let's outline it first. So because I've done that wing outlined in 301, the lighter blue, I'm now going to go that medium blue. Quite a thick outline there. And I'm going to got a few dots here where the might get a bit of shadow. So you're always going to get a bit of shadow near the edges, and the dots, putting the dots like this will just give him a bit of roundness. The question is now as I'm doing this, do we want the head part a different colour? And what I might do is use that lighter blue, so 301, to do some of the dots, just so it looks slightly different colour variation on the top. Okay. Again, the same blue. Tombow 491. Over the once there. Maybe I'll go over a couple of times. And the edges a bit more. Okay, we have a little bluebird. Now, what do I do those? I think I might do those a slightly different colour. And because this is the daddy bird, we're not going to give him a neon pink little blush like that one. We're going to go with the lighter pink 21, pastel pink. Okay, and on these bits here, let's go a little dash of turquoise. Yep, dash of turquoise. Just for a little bit of difference. I've got like an aqua blue Tombow that I'm going to use to go over that bit. I'm just going to do this in solid aqua and then do a few dots. So now I'm going to get my Tombow. So it's not the light blue, this is 291. It's like a more aqua-y kind of colour. Done. And get the silver pen. Oh, where have I put my silver pen? Here it is, silver pen. And I'm not that keen on that cheek, so we're going to turn that into a silver spot on his cheek. I didn't like the pink at all. Put a little dot on his eye. There we go, so having a look. And then little silver dots on this bit. Little dot in each of those. I don't want to do too much dots on here. And I think I might just leave that. So there's the daddy bird. So we've got the daddy bird, the yellow one. I'm not sure about that one now. And a little one at the end. What colour's mom going to be? Let's do mom. So looking at the colours around that I've done in the background, you've got a lot of yellow here, so we don't want yellow. A bit of pink, but not too much touching, and blues and greens. So maybe a nice either orange, because there's no orange at all around here, so it could go reds and oranges, but keeping it light. Yeah, let's do that, because there's no, the only bit of orange you got is here, but that's from a pink touch in the yellow, so there's no actual orange. The orange is over here by the birds, so mum can be nice yellows and oranges. So let's grab what oranges and yellows have we got. We've got the two neons, which we can use. I don't have any, the only Tombow orange I've got is 905, but that's a very deep orange, so I'm not going to use that one. I do have this, which is like almost like a let's have a look on the back of a card how dark it is. Yeah, it's kind of like a peachy, maybe more version on the yellow. I can maybe use that one. So if I want to use that one, let's pull in the light orangey yellow and probably the bright yellow as well, the orange and the two neons. So let's do something with these. Okay, so first of all, let's go to get some real orange in there. So this is Triplus number 4. And we'll do the, just like we did with the dad bird, the little lines. We can certainly give her a orange beak though. With the little lines, we'll colour in the darkest colour that we have, which is this orange in this instance, in the few I've grabbed. She's got quite a bit of pattern on her wing. So we can maybe add a little bit of red or something in there. But we want the main body to be orangey yellows. Well, oranges, really. Okay. Where I'm just going to pull in the this one, which is number 24. That funny named one, which is like a dark orange. I can't remember the name. Almost with a brown kind of hue. That's nice. I'll do that first and then bring the normal orange out. Yeah, that's a nice. And then we'll go with this one, number, oh no, which is like a light orange. Okay. Oh yeah, so that number 24 and the orange number, where's the orange gone? Oh yeah, number 4 work really well together. And I'm going to pull in for the wing a bit of the red as well, which I've hardly used really, number 2. So let's do a bit of the wing. So on the wing, let's look at this. Okay, let's do the inside of the wing first. Just decided then as I was doing that red that the inside of these should be dark. Okay, now I'm going to use number 24. And then go to the orange one. Number 4. Number 4 is it? Number 4. Oh, I definitely like that combo. That's a new one, I've not done that before, so that's nice. Very subtle transfer from the red to the orange. I normally just go red to orange, so I do like that. So now, see how I've gone over the line there, so we need to go over that one with a colour. I think maybe go a neon, a nice bright one, so let's go this one. This is the neon red 201. gone over. I'm just going to go over that a couple of times, try and blend it a bit. Not sure I like that, but we've committed, so let's go with it. And we can always dot. Because this one's all reds and golds, sorry, reds and oranges, I would dot with the gold though, rather than the silver on this one, just because they're like slightly warmer colours. Okay, that's okay. Right, let's work up onto this part of the wing here. The only thing I don't like there, that's not a smooth transition with the orange, so I'm just going to do a few dots on there. I need to remember that transition. Okay, so on this top part now, let's start with orange. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that Tombow. I think it's going to be too yellow, maybe. And what I want is orange. We'll see. Okay, on that 4, the obvious one for the 4 is the 4 colours that we used. So the darker orange and then the red. Okay. Then let's go. Oh, where's the let's go neon orange. We'll use Select 401 on this part. So you got the shadow in the orange and then the neon orange underneath. I actually like that orange. I think that's what the main bird should be. That actually. I really like that yellow, orange. Oh my god. So, before I do the rest of this, so this is just number 4, the orange. This bird's going to be full on orange. The mommy bird. I'm just going to go on the outside. Oh, very good, Becky. The wing. Don't know if you can hear that. It's absolutely torrential rain. Oh, I threw the book, sorry. Torrential rain. Are you in Perth? If you can't, you must be able to hear that. I do apologise. It's actually really, really bad. Good for the farmers though. I work in the agriculture industry, my full-time job, and the rain at the moment is exactly what we need, or exactly what the farmers need, so that's good. We just need it not to get too cold so we get lots of frost, so we don't want the frost, but we need the rain. So we're loving the rain at the moment. I don't mind it when I'm inside. I've got a nice warm cup of tea and a bit of colouring to do. Heater on. Dog's by my side and the blanket on my lap. Is it too much information? Right, I'm just dotting this out a bit. Just to blend it and also to provide a bit of shadow and depth. Just like we did with the dad bird. There we go, still a line there. Couple of little and get the light orange, so the neon orange 401. And then we're just going to go and with the neon it's quite good because you can, I'm doing, it looks like I'm doing lines but I'm actually doing circles, kind of oblongs. But you haven't got to be too strict on the lines because it's so light. It's better to get smoother coverage. Right up here. Orange eyeball there, I'll have to go over that in blue. Thought the pen stopped working then. Hey. Just notice the legs when we were obviously colouring over them with pencil, so I'm just going to go over those in that orange. Okay, let's finish off. Oh, let's just do a little blue eye because that's going to bug me. There we go. Let's finish off this one now. I've decided while looking at this bit can be, go through to quite a bright yellow. Shooting the two yellows there. I'm going to do yellow on this bit. That bit, let's go maybe a nice red on the line. So I'm going to do some dots on that. And then the background, we go in the yellow, the darker yellow. Yeah, there we go. Now, the only thing I'm not really happy with there is the neon red. So silver on the neon's not going to show up very well. So I'm actually going to get a darker colour, number 2, and just some red dots over there. Because red was the first colour that we did at the top of the shading on the middle part. So if I pick up that colour, and that's just to break up that neon red that I'm not very happy with. There we go. Now I'm going to get the gold gel pen. So my usual Signo Uniball, oh, that way around, Signo Uniball. Little dot on the eye, which I always do, make it look like the little birdies looking. And just do some dots when dots feel like they should be done, really. So in between the line, or here, there maybe, and then just I'll do one little dot in the middle of these. I think that's all I want to do on that bird. Yeah, that's all it needs. So we've got orange mummy there, a blue dad, yellow. I think we need maybe a nice little pastel pink and a lime green, maybe some pastel ones. Maybe pink, that one, that little bird there looks like she should be pink. Let's go a nice pale pink, a bit of neon pink, mid-range pink. And I do have this Tombow, which is, let's have a look on the back of the card. Yeah, it's a very, very light pastel pink, hardly see it. So yep, that's the one. So that's the range. So the darker pink I'll do on there, a little bit on here. And maybe on the hair. I reckon this is the teenager of the group. Then we'll take a pale pink. That'll do for it all. Just notice the bits on the bottom of the leaf there. A leaf, wing. We'll get the neon pink for here. It's a nice bright pink. Don't actually like that pastel pink with all the brights, so I'm just going over it. That's better. I'm going to give her a nice, she can wear lipstick, and wear a nice little pink beak there. And I think I'm going to use the neon, or no, I'll use the dark pink. Oh. So the pink I used for the hair, just to outline, and I'll use the Tombow. Again, this one's already got some lines on, so we'll follow the lines. So you won't need any dots on this one, so we've got the little lines. She says, and she breaks out into a few dots there. Do the wing, just like we did with the dad. And definitely get a bit of shadow under there, and a little bit of shadow on the side where it meets. That's it. Right, now we're going to get the Tombow, the pink. So it's number 800. It doesn't actually say name, it just says the. It's definitely a pale, 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 pale pink. And just go. we go. So last little birdie now. Nice little, I think it's just going to be a lime green, I think. Little green. Little lime greeny bird. And then I don't have a brush pen. That is green. I've got that one. So this is a Staedtler one, and it's the jewel tips. So it's like a one on there, and then that might be a one. It's a nice bright green though, so I could use that one. So we'll use that one. So just using number 51. The outline, so there's not too much to colour on this one. Oops, that wasn't very good. Run over the purple. Yeah, so when you're doing your birds on this, go with whatever colour you like. Get creative. And let me just get, say, yellow for the beak. The yellow colour. Maybe I've got number 53 here, the lime green. I'm just gonna go over those with the lime green. Alright, now let's use this bright green. There we go. Nearly finished. Just that band on the umbrella now. What colour do you think? I'm looking at the overall picture and yeah, I'm not quite sure. Maybe thinking maybe the light orange, like the mummy bird, because there's not too much orange there. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's go that pink, because there's none of this pink on the umbrella. We can put some dots on that. Oh, slip there. Be more careful. Oh God. Do apologise, I'm moving the book as well, aren't I? There's a bit of blue that's missed there, so I'll have to come back and do that. Okay, we just do that blue while I see it. There we go. Oh, there we go. And let's do some orange right here. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to do a pink line on the bottom, because I quite like the pink and the orange. You know, up here with that pink and the orange. So when I say orange, I'm on about the neon one. We have neon red, neon pink, and the neon orange. So let's go. And I'm get a bit of card. What's the best order? So that's the neon red. That's the neon orange. Do we use the pink as well or not? I might leave the pink out, just go the red and the orange. So I'm going to go neon red with the orange in the middle. So this bit here. Trying hard as I'm putting this on not to actually touch that pink too much, because it could actually darken that neon red. Harder on the bottom one because we haven't got a natural incline like you have on that top. I love this colour, but it's, oh, like with all the neons, it's ever so light. So you've really got to do a couple of layers. There we go. And just don't want that edge to be totally smooth because I want it to blend slightly with the orange. I don't want it like a dead straight line. Don't forget this bit's over here, it's only a small bit, but that'll be done as well. And now I'm going to get the neon orange 401 and just colour that middle band. Going quite slow and over a couple of times to just try and get as much depth of colour as I can out of this neon fine liner. And obviously where it's crossing over onto the neon red, you're getting a bit of a kind of double up of colour, but that's okay, I quite like that. So it's not a smooth blend, but it's okay. Sorry, dog wanted to go right there. Last bit of a bit. It's sad when you finish the last bit of a picture. You're like, oh, and it is done. There we go. go. Let's move that out of the way. You see all that there? So it's finished. All done. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that. Would I do anything? Oh, I'm gone. I missed a bit. Missed a bit. Little birdie's cheek. Would I do anything any different? Probably. Every time I look at I find the actual process of colouring real fun. And when I get to the end, I'm like, oh yeah, that's all right. Right, what am I doing next? I hope you enjoyed it and you learnt a few techniques anyway. Apply them to your picture and yeah, tag me, stick them on Instagram and tag me, and I will share them. Yeah. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.